This is, we're continuing on 23 Years of Story. This is 2003, part 1. This is, what you're looking at here is the last of the funny comic strips I did with the Outcasts. This one's called the Dogcasters. So we're at Chololo's bar. I'm not sure if my Spanish was any good. Gino's singing some love song. And he's drinking and he's singing and he's like, it's like, hey, cabrón, vamos. We're closing up already. Slowly does. And we go here. And now he's just so damn drunk. He doesn't know which way he's going. He thinks he sees a pretty girl, but it's actually a dog. He's lost it. This is just sad. This is weird, man. It's perverted. I don't really know what to say. He just commits some bestiality here, and he fucks the dog. This is sad. Bites him in the arm, bites him in the balls, I think. Oh, he bites him in the arm, and he goes home. And then there's this weird sort of dog pharaoh looking creature. Drake is playing chess with Rye, and Gino comes back with bandages on his hand. I'm not sure how he got that really quick. If he bandaged it himself or what. Only that it involved a pissed dog. So Gino's having sex with the dog, and now he just wants to go home. And then, yeah. So I guess the dog god is coming to the Outcasts. So it's written in this kind of light blue font because it's a holy creature. So the dog god explains to them what happened. They're just like rejecting him at this point. And we have the dog god explaining what they have a punishment. So this is the god of dogs who, if he sees bestiality, he punishes them for their crimes, for their sins. And this is when they're transformed into dogs. And yeah, this is what I worked on. It's a little better. At least this is a little bit better than Sonic the Hedgehog. But anyway, this is the first time I wrote Japanese. I think I wrote Spanish. I don't know if I wrote Spanish before in the comic strips, but I know that this is the first time I wrote Japanese. And this is just like Romaji. I didn't have an idea of how to write proper Japanese yet. So they've been turned into dogs, and that's it. So I can't remember what he's saying here. Now I must go. Fare thee well, candid canines. What the fuck? Yeah, so they're mad at Gino, and they're chasing him. So Drake is a golden retriever. Rye is a Shiba Inu. Jorge is a Great Dane, Rosemary's a Poodle, and Gino is a Greyhound. That's the way it would be. And they get distracted by a cat. They go after the cat. They chase it up a tree. And they're looking for Gino. But Jorge decides to relieve himself on the fire hydrant. Makes a mess. Gino's like, oh, wait, is that menudo? That's menudo. We got to have that. And Rosemary's smelling menudo, and she decides to jump over his head and get the menudo first. And he bites her in the tail. And I don't know what else is happening here. So Drake makes a declaration that, they're going to all be dogs. I don't know. This was like very forced. So they can't go home again. They can only be dogs. The dog god says, I am here for the reason you think. I have come to change you back. You see, in hasty punishing Gino, and thus all of you, I did not realize he was under the influence of alcohol. So he says that because Gino was drunk, he didn't know any better, so he changed them back. And they're changed back, and there's a fucking helicopter over my head. Right as I'm doing this. So now, what does it say? Without dogs, man is alone, and without mankind, we are all dogs. It's probably the smartest thing in the whole entertaining thing in this whole thing. I don't know. And we're still gonna jump you. So here's this last kind of panoramic shot. Uh, this was okay. I mean, like I got over doing these kind of comic strip ones where something funny happens, and I decided to move on to better things. And the next one tomorrow will cover a much more serious side of the Outcasts. Tomorrow will be the origin of Drake. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. All right. Be kind, be cruel, but be you.